Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Universal Studios. We are here once again for another Halloween Horror Nights Scare Zone update. I am ridiculously excited to be here because from the last video until now, we have a lot, and I mean a lot of in-park updates regarding Halloween Horror Nights with scare zones and props and even haunted houses. We got a lot to cover in this video, so I am very excited to head on inside the park. Let's not waste any time, guys. Let's go. Current time is 3 p.m. We're heading on inside the park. So we're over here at the turnstiles getting ready to head on inside the park. And I just want to point something out. I love that Universal does this for their team members where they give them a massive fan to help cool them off in the summer heat because it is hot outside. We just walked inside the park and immediately we have our first brand new update. Take a look at this. None of this was here the last time we were here for Halloween Horror Nights updates. This is what's rumored to be the, quote, traditional Halloween scare zone. And none of these trusses were here the last time we were here. Take a look at all the pumpkins and everything else that we have going on here. Now, comparing the size of this structure to last year's structure, it's definitely not gonna say Halloween Horror Nights up at the top, and I don't think we're gonna be getting any flames this year, but it's still really cool. This is very reminiscent to what they used to do out in the Central Park scare zone with all the pumpkins that used to be up in the trees. And taking a closer look at some of these pumpkins, you can tell they definitely put a lot of thought and effort into some of these pumpkins. And I can imagine that a lot of these pumpkins are reused from the Wicked Growth facade from last year. You can see some of the different lights that we have on the structure. Looks like we're gonna have stuff projecting on these buildings over here. We have some other lights over here that are facing the Minions building as well. We have some speakers over here. We have 2, 4 speakers right there. I can imagine we're gonna get a whole lot more with this set. Right across the way from Race to New York starring Jimmy Fallon, we have our first themed food booths. We have one over here, and then we have 2 more down here. The ones down here have a bit more theming. Let's go ahead and take a look. Well, this is quite interesting. Very spooky. Holy cow. This is awesome. What in the world? I like the purple lighting on it too. We have another food booth over here. It looks kind of like a jack-o'-lantern, but it says trick or treat on top over here. Scary mouth and some eyes, some orange lighting. Looks really cool. I can imagine we still have a little bit more theming to go with these different food booths. You can see the panels over here where they're supposed to put the menus are still pretty vacant, but yeah, it looks really, really cool. And you can see some of the lights are actually on this booth over here as well. See some of the purple lights. Something that we didn't get last year that is returning this year is the specialty themed bar inside the Transformers queue. I'm very excited to see how they theme this. You can see we have some stonework over here. It's meant to look like stonework. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to try some of these drinks out. Now, the food and drink booth that's directly across from Jimmy Fallon doesn't have as much visible theming other than some stonework, but you can kind of see some of the green lights over here. So the overall theme for this one is gonna be more of a green tone. Very interested to see this at night. Now, the summer tribute store is officially closed. They are in the process of transitioning it into the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store. But over here in the New York section of the park, we do have some brand new updates with this Candy Mutant Scare Zone. Starting over here at the very front, we have the return of the Hhn Creeper van, and it has been themed to Major Sweets Candy Company. And you can see Hhn Lil Boo right there. This van has been featured many, many times in the past for Halloween Horror Nights. Traditionally, you'll see it driving around. It's also been used in purge scare zones where it'll hide purgers and they'll, bring their victims in there and kill them. It is so cool to see this van making a return appearance at Halloween Horror Nights. Moving on a little bit further down, we have some more theming going on over here next to the judges booth. Some more pumpkins and some orange flowers over here. And something that is very cool that's got me really excited are these tarps. These tarps traditionally hold bodies or something gruesome. So I'm very excited to see this uncovered on the very first night to find out what kind of gruesome, gory, bloody thing is hiding under here. Another huge update in the park. Revenge of the Mummy has reopened, but to team members only at the moment. Today on Saturday is the very first day that it has reopened for testing, and currently it is only open for team members to go inside and check it out. So we're very happy that the team members are getting this first look chance to ride Revenge of the Mummy before it reopens. Still don't have an official reopening date to the public, but again, very happy to see team members enjoying it today. And right in front of Revenge of the Mummy, we have our props from the last visit, but we have another tarp over here which signifies another body or something gruesome that is being hidden here. I cannot wait for the event to start and to again see what horrors lie beneath. Something that's really exciting to see is that Sting Alley is actually being used this year for Halloween Horror Nights. Definitely not as a scare zone, but it could be counted as a walkthrough experience. It looks like we have another food booth that's going to be going in over here, either food or beverage. I can imagine it's food because we got different meats going on over here. So it looks like it's going to be something along the lines of a butcher shop. And you can see, you can walk in over here. And we have our food booth right over here. Oh yeah, this is definitely going to be a food booth. Hopefully this is barbecue or something. That would be awesome. But man, this looks like it's going to be awesome. I love a good butcher shop, especially around Halloween time. This is going to be awesome. Holy moly. Let's check out the other end over here. Oh look, there's something else over here. I wonder what this is going to be. This might be just a little beverage station maybe? I can imagine because it's got a cooler. There's a machine here. I don't know what that machine is for. Let me know down in the comment section below if you guys know exactly what this machine is for. It looks like it's one of those like machines that like holds like lemonade or something and it just kind of circulates it. Looks like one of those. There's a cooler over here. So yeah, this is definitely going to be something. This is awesome. I love when they use Sting Alley. Such a creepy location. Right across the street from Lou Wasserman, we have another food booth location over here, either food or beverage. These things can be, you know, either or, but I'm still very excited to see some other kind of food or drink options spread out evenly throughout the park. Our next big Halloween Horror Nights update is going to be over here in the Fisherman's Wharf section of the park. You can see this truss over here has some new lights and some speakers on it, but around the corner is where the real magic happens. Holy cow, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this. This is one heck of a stage. So again, this is for the rumored Coven Witches scare zone. So things are lining up perfectly. Looks like we have a cauldron over here. There is a gap over here and it looks like we're going to be having some lights and some fog coming out of there. So I'm very excited to see this. I can imagine some of the witches are going to be coming through this door. There's going to be sacrifices going on. It's going to be really cool. And something that I'm really excited for is that right there. That is a flamethrower. That is a flame box. We are going to be getting flames in this scare zone and I cannot wait for it. Any kind of pyrotechnics, I'm there. Let's take a closer look at some of these runes that are over here on this rock work. Absolutely incredible. Some more great detail from the Halloween Horror Nights team. This all looks awesome and I cannot wait to see this in action. And one thing that I absolutely love is that this stage is so far out of the way. I love it because this scare zone historically is a huge bottleneck. And especially last year with all the different stages and props that they had set up in the middle of the road over here, it's great to see something that's off the beaten path, so to speak. Right across the way from King's Cross Station, it looks like we have a themed bar location that's going to be going over here right next to Pier 41. Let's go ahead and take a walk down here and see what we got. So far we have different pillars, 1, 2, 3 over here with different runes on it. We have some lighting over here as well to create some spooky ambiance. And yep, right around the corner over here, right next to Lombard's. Take a look at this. I can imagine, this looks like it's gonna be like a food location, I think. More food or drink, I have no idea. But these are different shelves and I can assume that these shelves are gonna be lighting up or something. And they're gonna be selling some food items over here. At least that's what it looks like to me. So yeah, this is really cool to see. Oh my goodness, and take a look at this. On the back side, they have expanded this greatly. Holy cow. Now this is definitely gonna be drinks over here. You can see the taps right there for different alcoholic beverages. And then I can imagine that this might be more food. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section below because I see shelves and I think food. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of seating over here as well. So this is going to be a great place to hang out. So over here on the Fear Factor bypass bridge, we have another food booth that's quite difficult to miss. Look at this massive pumpkin that we have just plopped here right next to the bridge. Oh my gosh. Another food or beverage location for Halloween Horror Nights, and whatever they're going to be serving over here, obviously going to be pumpkin themed. As long as they serve pumpkin pie, I will be happy. But man, this is massive, very bright and vibrant. definitely impossible to miss. Over here at the Fear Factor stage, we have no visible updates to report on. However, a couple days ago, we did see some footage of some lighting and sound testing going on for the rumored Halloween Nightmare Fuel version 2. So we're very excited to see this show return for this year's Halloween Horror Nights. And if anything new comes up, I'll be sure to update you guys. Something that is new, however, right across the way from the Fear Factor stage, we have another beverage location. I can imagine this one isn't going to be serving food because if I recall correctly, last year this was a dedicated beverage location that served alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks. So you can see the different menu boards over here. Just something else to look forward to. Outside of the Men in Black gift shop, we can see that the construction walls are in fact down. You can see some of the pavement work that they just completed over here by the Coca-Cola refreshment port. This is going to be, as I said the other week, the entrance to 2 of our haunted houses for Halloween Horror Nights. So it's good that these construction walls were removed when they were. Another thing worth noting is that we do have another dedicated beverage location right here next to the Men in Black gift shop. Just on the outskirts of Springfield, take a look at this brand new food location over here for Halloween Horror Nights. We got the blood splatters and everything on this yellow building. Holy cow. This is giving me some Chucky vibes. I don't know why, but this is just giving me good guy doll box vibes. And you can tell that there's gonna be more theming because we have these doors and windows over here where the ones at the very front of the park, they were themed and they did have some images in those locations. So I'm very excited to see what the proper theming is gonna be for this, but I love to see some blood. So we have Central Park over here and SpongeBob Store Pans down there. And this year, once again, we have multiple food and drink locations over here leading up to Kids Zone Pizza where we can get pizza fries. Now, one complaint that I did have about this area last year is that it did get very congested because there were multiple lines running this way, and some more lines that way. This area did get pretty busy. I will say, however, I do like the scarecrow theming of this one particular booth. Kind of leads into the rumored theming of this scare zone over here, which is supposed to be themed around scarecrows. So it only makes sense that at the very end, we do get a scarecrow themed food booth location or beverage location, whichever one. I can assume that it's food and this may be a alcoholic beverage location because I do see a lot of beverage booths that do have this same theming. So I can imagine that this is going to be more specifically alcoholic beverages, and these more themed booths over here, this one looking more along the lines of like Dracula or something like that, or maybe some more witches. I don't know. These particular ones that are a bit more themed to food. But either way, this looks really cool. Holy cow. It looks like a lot of potions, so I can imagine that this is going to be witch themed. You have some skulls and some more runes over here along the top. All right, moving into our second to last scare zone. This is our rumored scarecrow themed scare zone. We can see a lot more lanterns have been put up in the trees. We have some more lighting over here on top of these trusses. And wow, I'm very excited for this scare zone. We're gonna have a lot of creepy lights in here. There's typically a lot of fog. So this scare zone has a lot, and I mean a lot of potential. And as I said in my last construction update, we do have railings and a ladder, which means we are going to see scare actors going up on top of these platforms, which is going to be really, really cool to see. Now, I'm very curious if they're going to throw these truss structures up on the other end of the scare zone. That would be really interesting to see. I don't really know why they only have it on one end. Who knows? This scare zone is still unfinished. We still have plenty of time before the event officially starts. So it would be cool to see this theming on the other end, but still, I'm not complaining. This area is going to get a little claustrophobic, I can imagine, a little bit of a choke point, but it'll give the scare actors plenty of opportunity to jump scare. Hand up, take a look at that. We have a foot pedal. So there is definitely going to be a scare actor down here scaring some guests. Holy cow. Foot pedals are very good to see. And you can see on the opposite side over here, we have the foot pedal and there's a speaker right here. So someone's gonna be doing some kind of jump scaring. Moving into our last and final scare zone, which is rumored to be the Deadly Unrest scare zone. Take a look at this, guys. I think that this is going to be my favorite scare zone of the event. There has been so much more theming added, and I was a little worried there, but you know what? I should know better than to doubt Halloween Horror Nights and the creative team, because the last time we were here, all of these sets were pretty bare. I mean, they looked good, but they were pretty bare and lacked any kind of additional theming to really put us into this world. And take a look at this, guys. We have tree branches, we have moss, we have twigs, we have statues. Take a look at this, a gate to Nettle Woods Cemetery. Oh my gosh, this looks great. And I admire that the team basically were told to go out into their backyards or go into a woods, grab as much moss, as many twigs as possible with all these dead leaves, because these are real. These are real branches and real moss and real leaves that have been pulled out of the ground. And wow, there has just been a lot of theming added. And yep, this is going to be a boo hole. We can see that some scare actors are definitely going to be popping out of here. And yep, look at that, there's a foot trigger. Last week we were here looking for a foot trigger and we found it. So I'm very excited. And oh my god, you guys know what this is. This is a fog machine. It will not be long now before I am just over here on my hands and knees just inhaling this fog. It is going to be absolutely glorious. Let's go ahead and move on and take a look at some of these other props, but look at this. We have a full-blown tree here and a gargoyle. Wow. This looks awesome, guys. See, this right here is giving me classic Halloween Horror Nights vibes. These big elaborate scare zones. No platforms either, which is really making me happy. We have another tree over here, another fog machine right here. This is going to be epic. Another boo hole. And let's see if there is another foot trigger inside over here. And yep, there it is. You can barely see it. Yep, right there. Foot trigger. Oh my goodness. Yeah, just look at how much moss and theming has been added to really sell it that you're in a graveyard. And I wonder what these black reeds are for. This is going to be really cool to see. Who's Jimmy? Ah, Jimmy's right there. Okay. Someone just yelled, Jimmy! But yeah, wow. We have another fog machine right here. Some more statues. Whew. It'd be really cool if we had some scare actors that were dressed as statues, a la Weeping Angel. That'd be really cool to see. Some more dead reeds over here. You can imagine there's going to be another scare actor or something in this little structure right here. Some more speakers. No fog machines, but some more speakers. It looks like we're going to have a scare actor on this particular platform right here. We have a door. We have a platform, a foot trigger. So yeah, there's definitely going to be a scare actor that's going to be entering and exiting through this door. Some more fence theming, another tree, another fog machine. Oh man, this scare zone is going to be awesome. And take a look at this. There's even some cobwebs that have been added over here as well. Really nice. Holy moly. And I love this statue right here. Take a look at that. A weeping statue, but wow. This is great. I can already tell this is probably gonna be my favorite scare zone. And oh Lord, I'm hoping that it is. And we're not done yet. We have a couple more props up over here. These mausoleum looking things. And some more black reeds, some more of the cobwebs. Wow. And then another fog machine as we exit the scare zone, which has the temporary name right now, Nettlewood Cemetery. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it from us here at Universal Studios for our quick Halloween Horror Nights construction update. As always, guys, keep it tuned right here to the channel for any more breaking news and information regarding this year's Halloween Horror Nights event. There is still so much that we don't know about this event. For whatever reason, Halloween Horror Nights is keeping their lips sealed for this year's event. There's still so many houses that we don't know of, and we don't know what all the scare zones are going to be. We only have the speculation maps to go off of. So we are expecting an info dump from Halloween Horror Nights very soon, hopefully this week, because we are less than 3 weeks away from the start of Halloween Horror Nights. So that info dump should be coming any day now, and whenever we do get that info dump, I will be making a video updating you guys on all the latest breaking news and information. So if you guys are excited for that, make sure you are subscribed to the channel and have that notification bell turned on to get notified whenever we do upload those videos coming in the very near future. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, evening, and I'll see you guys in the next video.